song in my soul. It sings, I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings, I am whole. There's a song in my soul. It sings, I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings, I am whole. 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 Are you whole? I am whole. I am whole. I am whole. I am whole. There's a song in my soul. It sings, I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. There's a song in my soul. It sings, I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. Get up, everybody. I am healed. I am healed. I am healed. I am healed. Are you feeling good? I am healed. I am healed. I am healed. I am healed. There's a song in my heart. It sings, I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. There's a song in my heart. It sings, I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. That is so true. I am loved. 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 Absolutely, you are loved. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming out today. It's a little nippy out there, but it's nice and warm in here. Thank you for the roaring fire, Brian. That was you, right, Brian? Yes. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome. Upcoming events here at Oak Brook Center for Spiritual Living. This place of love, learning, and longing possibilities. Yay, Taze. Did you want to speak to that, Reverend Gail?
Tonight, for the first time at Oak Brook, I'm presenting a Taizé service. Taizé is a service that came from Taizé, France. Brother Roger, a monk, did that. He did it for 90-some years before he died. Yeah, well, yeah. His community has been there 90 years. I guess that's how it is. It's a service of music, of meditation, of prayer, and some readings. And it's designed to bring you to deep, deep peace. And tonight's theme is healing. So please come and join us at 6 o'clock.
Awesome, awesome stuff. Prosperity Plus is coming up as well. Cindy, can you come up here and talk to that? Thank you so much.
I can't hardly wait.
I know, right?
Yes, Prosperity Plus will be starting February 7th. That's on a Saturday morning from 10 to 12. I have been listening to the audios. I am so excited for us to do this class as a community. It is really going to up the level of our prosperity I think for everyone in here. It's made changes for me already. It's just a very exciting thing. You're going to be sorry if you don't take it. So do take this opportunity. It's $50. I will be ordering the materials ahead of time, and the $50 is just for the materials. The rest of it you'll see as we go along, but join us. 10 weeks.
Thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So it starts February 7th, you guys. You guys are running out of time. Please sign up if you want to be a part of that. Class announcements. Miss Shanna's coming on down. She's going to give an announcement for the youth, I believe. No? Oh, well, I'm excited.
So we have quite a few people that have been interested in getting qualified to become practitioners. Yay. So I went back this week through all the classes that everyone has taken. We found the new requirements. Reverend Peggy and I went online and found what the new requirements are, how many classes you have to have in each category, which classes you specifically have to have. If you have a mailbox here in the church office, there is a goodie sheet in your mailbox that will list all the classes that you have taken and let you know which ones you may need. Also going on right now, I have a clipboard right here that I've been going around and getting the people that I know are interested in taking it. We have a Roots class starting that Reverend Gale is going to facilitate for us. Right now, the time we're looking at is Tuesday evenings at either 6 or 7. They last about 3 hours. So come see me if you're interested in taking Roots. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we actually have quite a few people that only have 2 classes. A couple of us have 3. Some are even only 1 class away to be ready to start practitioner. So if you're interested in being a practitioner, come see myself, Reverend Vicky, Reverend Peggy, Cindy. Let us know, and we'll help explain what all's needed. Thank you.
Don't have to be just
Reverend Gale.
Don't have to be just in.
No, that's true.
Right. Yeah, classes are open just for learning and enlightenment, you guys, so you don't have to be a practitioner. But, even if you become a practitioner, just the fact that you're teaching, sending this message out into the world, it just kind of gets you geared up to be able to share that with everyone. Marriage equality is coming to Florida. It's already here. Yay, excited. April 25th is our wedding. Woohoo. Yeah, we had to change it, because the son is going to be at basic and he should be back April 25th. So we're very excited about that. And February 14th, we're going to be doing a free wedding ceremony here for gay couples. So if you know someone who's been just dying to get married, but funds are in the way, please tell them to come join us February 14th, the day of love. So yes, it is for an appointment. You can bring up to 6 witnesses with you. So it is for an appointment. So let us know, and we'll get you signed in. All right, 3 easy ways to tithe. There is an envelope in your bulletin. If you do not use it for cash or your check, please just drop it in the basket as it goes by. And if you have a prayer request, go ahead and fill it out from now, and that way during the offering services when we collect those as well. Prayer or gratitude. All right? Silence your cell phone at this time. And let's get ready. Signs of Mind reading from Shanna. Here she comes.
There she comes.
Okay. I gotta take this off because I feel like I'm hiding back here. Okay, so today's title is Everywhere I Go, There I Am. It is the conscious remembrance of the I, the infinite nature of individual being, which must be continuously practiced. Joel Goldsmith. The spiritual man is continuously remolding and remaking the material or physical man. Science of Mind, page 317. One of my colleagues has a delightful, whimsical saying he often shares with us. Everywhere I go, there I am. Obviously, he is referring to human beings as cohesive units unable to be segmented into separate portions of themselves. All of us are present all the time, so it seems we really keep no secrets. We may think we are hiding parts of ourselves from the world, but ultimately others will sense what is going on within us. They may not know every detail, but our atmospheres will give us away. What we can do is clarify our thinking processes through whatever healing measures may be useful. Perhaps we need more self-awareness about our spirituality. Perhaps we need to discover that our thoughts have the power to change our lives. If we say that we want to live spiritual lives, maybe we just need to get better at what we are already doing, living spiritual lives. The belief in oneness tells us there is no separation between where we find ourselves and our participation in the divine unity. We may need to do some inner listening. We may need to engage in self-discovery, which might mean self-correction. But what we seek is already within us. It only requires our personal refinements. There is no need for self-laceration or denigration, only the urge to discover we are made of divine stuff and the decision to live accordingly. And our affirmation: I am already spiritual as I am ever going to be. Now I live from inner guidance and inspired learning. And so it is.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Oak Brook Center for Spiritual Living. Isn't this a good day to be here? Yes. Let's stand for We Are the Ones.
Be the change that you want to see. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones. We are the ones. We are. I've been feeling like I can't make a difference. I've been feeling like there ain't no use. Feeling tired and a little unconscious. Coming up with every kind of excuse till I realized it's not all up to me. When we join together, we shape our destiny to see a world where we are living as one. It can be, it shall be, it will be done. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. We are the ones. We are. Yes, we are the ones. We are. No one else gonna make the changes. No savior gonna drop from the sky. Nothing left to do but wake up, 'cause it's really up to you and I to take it one step at a time. Stand together with your hand in mine. Then we will see the world that we've been dreaming about. We need it now, the time is now, there is no doubt. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones who will make a difference. We are the ones who will change the world. I know we are the ones. We are. We are the ones. We are. And I am the one that I've been waiting for. I know I am the one who will make that difference. I am the one who will change the world. Yes, I am the one. I am. I know I am the one. I am. And we are the ones. We are. Be the change that you want to see now. We are. I know that you can do it. You are. You are. I know that we are. Every day, make that change now.
Let's greet and welcome one another, shall we?
it sings I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings I am whole. There is a song in my soul, it sings I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings I am whole. I am whole, 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 I am whole. There is a song in my soul, it sings I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. There's a song in my soul, it sings I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. I am healed, 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 I am healed. There is a song in my heart, it sings I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. There is a song in my heart, it sings I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. I am loved, I am loved.
Aren't hugs wonderful? And greetings. You know, we didn't get to capture everyone's hug yet, did we? But we do have time afterwards. So if there's someone you're especially wanting to greet and welcome, do that after the celebration. The kids will be going back in a minute, but first I captured Grady Grimes to lead us in our affirmations.
You captured Grady.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment.
We want to know your trick.
All right, I'm going to do it like Shanna did. All right, good morning. Our affirmation today. I am a center in divine mind, a point of God, conscious life, truth, and action. There is perfect and continuous right action in my life. I am happy, we are happy, well and filled with perfect life, and so it is. And the next is from what we believe. We believe in God, the living Spirit, Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. And then our Oak Brook affirmation. I am thankful for Oak Brook, for the teaching of the science of mind as an empowering way of life at every age, and for the abundance it brings into my life, my center, and my world. I am grateful for our ever-growing spiritual community of love, freedom, and acceptance. I celebrate with a thankful heart our beautiful new spacious center as we welcome our divine unfoldment through gifts of music, encouragement of our youth, and all life-enhancing activities. Oak Brook Vision supports us all in experiencing full and realized lives as spirit in expression. God's love empowers. We have such a good energy today. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Please stand down here.
Good morning. Good morning. Let's all take a deep breath and just feel the energy and feel the excitement and feel the love and dedication of each person. For we are on that spiritual path, and that spiritual path has brought us right here, right now. And so we give great thanks to God, and we know that wherever two or three are gathered together, there is great power. And that power is with us always. For God is with us. God speaks to us when we get still. God loves us and speaks to us through the message today. For we know that it is God ordained and it's something just special for us, for which we give great, great thanks. And so it is.
I am unwritten, can't read my mind, I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Put yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Oh. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the lines. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way, no. Standing at the blank page before you, open up a dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Stretch yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten.
Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window,
Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find.
in the distance, so close you can almost taste it.
Release your inhibitions.
Feel the rain on
Your skin, no one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins.
Feel the rain on your skin.
No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Unwritten. The rest is still unwritten.
Thank you, Joyful Noise. Got us on track for what we're talking about today. We're talking about our teaching, you know, we're back to the basics of the science of mind, and this is something that we need to always remember. Tell me what the title is. That's right, you know that already, don't you? And all we have to do is remember to work it. So here we are at the basics of the science of mind this month, and every January, so 2 Sundays this month, I got to talk. Cindy spoke the first Sunday, and Reverend Susie spoke last week, so I had to squeeze it down to just 2 weeks. And this is a powerful week. It's a review of foundation class, those of you who have been foundation students. It's a review of our teaching, and it does speak so much about this page that's before us that's unwritten. What is the tools that you'll use to write that page? Ernest Holmes' quote, the same as from a couple of weeks ago, it's taken humanity thousands of years to learn that it has the power to control its own destiny. So I invite us to let go of any idea of victimhood. Just let it go. We're talking about creating our own destiny through using what? A magic wand. That's one of the Harry Potter wands, I think. I don't know which one it is. But you know, back in 1925, I think, there was a book written by Florence Scovel Shinn that was The Game of Life and How to Play It. And 2 years later, she followed it up with a book called Your Word is Your Wand. And it's a powerful book. As a matter of fact, you can go online and get all 5 or 6 of her books just for like $5 on a Kindle download, if you choose to do that. She's very clear. She was writing those books at the very time that Ernest Holmes was first coming up to speed. You know, he hadn't written the first textbook yet, but he's teaching and he's excited. He's a young man sending a message to the world in every word that he spoke. So I invite us to know that our word is our wand. Your word is your wand. And here are some of the techniques that we'll use with that. Ernest Holmes said this: we only know as much as we can apply and prove. Isn't that true with any endeavor in life? We can talk out the yin-yang, but if we can't prove it to be the case in our life, what's the value of it? That's what we're about today, is getting the tools to prove it. Ernest Holmes also said, life always becomes to us the particular thing we need when we believe it does. So what does life need to be for you right now in your life? Can you believe that it can be that for you? Jesus is known to have said, don't you love this picture of Jesus? I love that one. He looks very 21st century, I think, in that drawing. He's compelling, and he looks you right in the eye, doesn't he? So take this to heart for you personally. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe you've received it and it will be yours. That's really the very same thing Ernest Holmes said. Life always becomes to us the particular thing we need when we believe it does. You know, if we were to think of the life of Jesus and all those stories of healings and abundance of feeding the 5,000 and turning water into wine and walking on water, all those things had to do with something that he was never hesitant to tell those he healed. He said, your faith has made you whole. Never once did he say, I did it. He said, your faith has made you whole. He was talking about belief, and he was trying to get it across how important our beliefs are. Our word is our wand. How are we using our word? How are we using our thoughts? How are we using the magic wand that's been given to all of us? We're talking about cause and effect. Now, nothing exists in the whole universe that first was not caused. Things don't just happen. There's always a cause for every effect. And as we get really clear on that, then we have the power to do something about the effects that we're perhaps suffering from in our lives. Our Science of Mind symbol speaks of this, and this is the review for those of you who've had foundation, and those of you who would like to take foundation, take this to heart. The print is a little small, and I'm going to use the pointer, but we're going to talk about the different meanings of the sections in the Science of Mind symbol, speaking of cause and effect. So here's a page out of the foundation workbook, actually. The top section here is spirit, conscious mind, love, intelligence. I'm just reading them. First cause, the absolute. That's the cause place. Notice the word cause right there. Down here at the bottom, we have body, form, effect, conditions, human experience. That's the result part. So when we talk about cause and effect, we can be using the Science of Mind symbol, and I have a beautiful piece of jewelry that's the Science of Mind symbol that Linda Ryan made for me some years ago that reminds us of this idea of cause and effect. And so as we look at the middle section, this is the part that's invisible and yet does all the actual creation. This is the law. So in this center section, we have universal subjectivity, subjective mind, race consciousness, law, soul, unformed substance, creative medium. So here is where the law is, that law of creation, that law of attraction that so many of us liked when we saw the movie The Secret. The law is this invisible part. Notice it says our subjective mind. This is our subconscious mind, actually. And that part of our mind is not conscious, and yet it's the part that handles everything. Right now, your subconscious mind is beating your heart. It's digesting your breakfast if you had it recently. Mine was a little earlier, maybe it's done with that, you know. But the things that happen automatically in our bodies are done because our subconscious mind knows what to do all the time. And that's true in our physical body. It's also true in the body of our affairs, that everything that's created exists because at this level, oops, pushing the wrong part of my button. At this level, there's a direct connection with the universal subjectivity, that factory of the universe that creates everything. So as we set new causes in motion, let's say we want to change something in our life, we're not going to believe what we believed about it yesterday. We're just going to believe something new. But let's say we've been getting an effect that we're not happy with, whatever that might be. We know that our word is our wand, our thoughts are our wand, to use that magic thing called the law of mind to create what it is we do want in our life. And when we do that, we can expect to get a different result down here. Oops. I'm just pushing the wrong part. There we are. So, I'm not quite there yet. Here we go. So here we are. Body, form, effect, conditions, human experience is the world of effects. Now, our human race seems to think this is all there is down here because this is the part of our life that our senses tell us about. This is what we see, this is what we hear, this is what we feel. And if we think that's all there is and we try to fix it down here, guess what? It doesn't work. It does frustrate us though, doesn't it? So and unfortunately, not everyone knows this wonderful magic that's taught in the Science of Mind. And that's the reason we come back to it every year and throughout the year to help remind us that what we're talking about is going from, and I'm going to skip a couple here, going from an invisible principle to visible results. Now, this is not an unknown thing, is it? You know, we have lots of invisible going to visible in our daily life. You know, my cell phone works, and I know there's an invisible principle about each of the different things that it can do. As a matter of fact, when I'm on the web with it and I'm using the router in my house or here at Oak Brook, there's transmission going on back and forth all the time between my phone, and it's in the drawer in my office right now, but most of you have your cell phone with you right now. If you had our password right now for our router, you could be communicating with the router right here rather than going out onto the web through something that's coming from a cell tower. But it's invisible, isn't it? Our senses are not telling us how that communication is going on, but we trust it and we know that it works because we've used it and we've gotten the results that we desired, right? Now, that's not much of a leap from what we do day in and day out on our TV or our cell phone or our computer to our understanding this idea that there is a cause that's invisible and an effect that's visible in our physical lives. It's really using the same kind of thinking process. Now, the piece that we want to add in the middle is that the left side of this science of mind symbol talks about the stuff that we might not want to be experiencing anymore, but we keep getting it. So here in the top on the left side it says an old idea becomes an automatic pattern, an habitual belief or behavior, and then we keep experiencing it, which validates it. So let's say someone doesn't believe that this teaching works. And they keep proving that it doesn't work, don't they? Yes. Because they believe that it doesn't work. So they have the old idea that it doesn't work, that our thoughts have nothing to do with the outcomes in our lives, and then that becomes an automatic pattern for them, and they get that result, and they say, see, it doesn't have anything to do with it. Now, those of us in this room, I invite us to take that leap of faith into a new understanding and to experiment with it. You know, have fun with it. Here we're talking about being in charge of our destiny rather than being victims of what's going on in the whole world out there. And for us to get really clear that a new vision, a new choice sets the law in motion and creates that new experience. And that as we get really clear, let's say there's been a poverty consciousness in our mind, and we believe that there was never enough of anything, be it time or money or whatever it might be, and that's that old idea up here. And that became an automatic pattern in our life. Everybody we were watching, that seemed to be the truth about them, although out there were some other people that weren't experiencing that. And those experiences of poverty actually outpictured in our life. We didn't have enough, not enough money at the end of the month and things like that. But now we're going to set a new cause in motion. And we're going to decide that abundance is the truth. So we set that new cause in motion of abundance, whether it's time or money or whatever it might be, and we're now sending that to the law to act upon, and then we create that new experience. And as we keep doing that over and over again, this becomes a pattern in our life, and we quit worrying about money altogether. It's never a problem ever again. Now, if you're not there yet, is it worth the experience and experiment to get there?
Yes.
Come to the Prosperity Plus class. I didn't know I was doing a commercial, but I am. February 7th. Anyone listening to this on the radio next week, come to Oak Brook Center for Spiritual Living at 10 o'clock on February 7th, and Cindy will sign you up. Because we want to create a new idea so that we get new results, don't we? If it's something that's not working for us. If it's something that's working wonderfully, keep at it. You got it. But if it's an area of your life that's not working, here's what the science of mind can give us. Only if we take it, only if we practice it. Okay, so that invisible principle giving us visible results, that cause and effect. What we're really talking about is having a positive attitude and a willingness to let Spirit guide us. Instead of a negative attitude, being fearful about all the things that could go wrong in our life, if that's where our mind is, guess what causes we're setting in motion? And so for us to let go of the fear, let go of the doubt, trust the universe, have that positive attitude, and know that Spirit's on your side. You know, God would not have created you to fail. You do know that, right? God created you to succeed so that God can experience success as you now and here. And that's true from an individual perspective or from us as a congregation or the whole world. Spirit has created us to have fun. I have a sticker on my fridge that says, all of creation exists for the delight of God. That's what life's about. And for us to get on board with that. For us to change our consciousness, and the conditions will change. Change the ideas that we're inputting into the law, and the output will be different. Our state of mind should open to this idea of acceptance and believing, and convince yourself of the truth. And so here we are, another book that was written years ago, In Tune with the Infinite. Forgotten who wrote that one. You might know. We're talking about getting in alignment with, yes, thank you, Reverend Gale, Ralph Waldo Trine, In Tune with the Infinite, named after Ralph Waldo Emerson, but his last name was Trine. In Tune with the Infinite. You know, if we're in vibration with something, then we're resonating with it, aren't we? And so we can look at the being in alignment, and I love to line up my hands when I say being in alignment. And what is it that we want to get in tune with if we're in tune with Spirit? What is it we want to get in tune with if we want to get in alignment with it? We want to get in alignment with the divine qualities of Spirit. And here are some of them. So if we were to take a look at something that might be missing in our life, see if there's a corresponding opposite. And the list reads love, joy, abundance, divine expression, creativity, abundance twice because there's an abundance of it, power, peace, wholeness, completeness. I thought I'd left it out. Beauty, perfection, divine right action, divine order, and harmony. So if we're experiencing the opposite of any of those things that are on this list, and remember, these are divine qualities. These are qualities of God that we see out picturing in the cosmos and even on the planet, in nature, for us to change our thinking and change the results of our lives. So if we've been experiencing a lack of creativity, maybe we want to write that book, and the ideas aren't coming to us, for us to know that creativity is a divine idea, or that song that wants to come, you know, whatever it might be. That creativity is a divine idea, so we're going to set a cause in motion that creativity comes to us easily for creation of whatever sort we have in mind. We can do this, can't we? We can moment to moment make that shift from where it is we've been thinking automatically to moving our thinking toward those qualities which are divine in origin and surround us and fill us. And sometimes I love to think of us as swimming in an ocean of whatever it is that's the divine quality. You know, so here we are. Let's say things are going wrong, it seems to be in our lives. So now we're going to think about divine right action and divine order. So for us to see that we're swimming in an ocean of divine order and divine right action. And we're surrounded by that, and it fills us, and just like a fish when it breathes in and breathes out, the water comes in from the ocean and goes out its gills. So for us, it could be like the air around us. The air is filled with divine right action and divine order. And for us to remember that when it isn't happening, that's the key. For us to talk about it now is a good idea, and for us to remember it when it's not showing up for us is the powerful thing. Ernest Holmes said, when things aren't going right, when you stick to the truth, then you prove you really know it. And I have a story about that for us. His name is George Kansas. He was referred to in a Science of Mind magazine listing, a daily guide some months ago. I'd never heard of George Kansas before. From 1995 to 2005, as performance coach to executives, entrepreneurs, athletes, and artists, practicing attorney and full-time single father of two, George's work focused on helping busy people strike a healthy, nurturing balance between professional and personal responsibilities and physical and spiritual growth. He shared his perspectives across the globe under the trademark Jumper Cables for the Soul. In 2005, in the midst of launching a boutique record label and the relief concert series Rock to Rebuild, George was diagnosed with a rare leukemia which had completely destroyed 100% of his bone marrow. Just 5 months later, after employing a rigorous combination of modern medical science, powerful creative visualization, and his self-developed biotransformative meditation, George was cancer-free. Through that experience, George, an ordained interfaith minister, realized that the business, sports, spiritual, and relationship lessons he'd been teaching for years played an important role in saving his own life. Since his recovery, George has run 4 marathons, published 7 books, and spoken to tens of thousands across North America. He's trained hundreds of runners to run their first races and supported retreat events for survivors and caregivers. His life purpose? To help you bridge the gap from fear to fantastic. So here's a man who had been teaching these principles, and then life gave him an example to really prove to walk his talk, didn't it? Now, how many of you have had occasions to do that over your lifetime, right? So here you are practicing the principles of the science of mind, and life throws you a curve. Now, because you're still in the room, I know you used those principles and got the results, didn't you? The ones who aren't in the room anymore forgot it, perhaps, and perhaps they had a healing and perhaps they didn't. But those of us who are here are wanting to make that connection in everything in our life, aren't we? For us to take the challenges of our day today and see the hands that had raised a few minutes ago and know that this teaching works. Raise your hands again, would you? If you've used this principle and practice in your life to get results. And you're like George Kansas, you just may not be as famous as he was to lots of people, though I'd not heard of him before. So we're talking about going from cause to effect. We're talking about using the principles of the science of mind for everything. You know, over the years, there have been lots of movies about praying. I remember I always watch It's a Wonderful Life. And in that one place where things have really gone wrong for George, he tries to pray. And he says, I'm not a praying man, but God, please, get me out of this mess. My suggestion is we use our principles for everything. Little things, big things, so that when the big things come, we're practiced. So any little thing, if you say there's nothing big in my life right now that I want to apply the principles of cause to effect using the science of mind philosophy, but you have something little, right? Everybody does all the time. For us to use this teaching to prove it to yourself, to know that, let me go back here. That's quite a ways back. That those things on the left can be changed to the things on the right. That the things that are as an old idea that's been repeating itself or it's just showing up for the first time, but we know that there probably was something that caused it. And for us to make that connection, that things don't just happen. The things happen because of a cause, and the cause is an invisible cause. It's something of thought. Either it's in the raised consciousness and we happen to just tap into it by default. It may not be something that was in your mind, but it may have been in the examples in your family or those around you. But no matter what that old idea is, we can set a new cause in motion and get the result that we really desire. And for us to know that and to prove it and to share it when we get those wonderful things, what we call demonstrations. To share them with one another here at Oakbrook. And someone at Oakbrook will always want to hear your story of your demonstration. So here's something, too, that's maybe a clue. If you're not surrounded in your work life or your home life with people who are online with the science of mind philosophy, you might not want to share your story with them of your demonstration. You might want to just nudge them a little bit, but don't be attached to an outcome that they're going to really hear you. Come and share your story at Oakbrook. Someone will hear you. They'll really listen to you. They'll be encouraged by your success, and you'll be encouraged by their response to your story. So use the principles of science of mind for everything, and then when it comes time to take that leap of faith, you will have the tools you need to take it. And if that leap is a little greater than what you can take yourself, call on one of our practitioners or ministers to pray for you, to pray with you. How many of you have gotten results because someone else prayed for you? Yeah, that works as well, doesn't it? Yes. Okay. So let's do our affirmation together one more time, shall we? I am a center in divine mind, a point of God conscious life, truth, and action. There is perfect and continuous right action in my life. I am happy, well, and filled with perfect life. And so it is. Now, that affirmation is in your program, and if you really like it, take it home and use it. Let's turn within for a moment, shall we? I invite us to get excited about our teaching of the science of mind. I invite us to get excited knowing that our destiny is in our hands, one idea at a time, handling one situation at a time, remembering those God qualities one occasion at a time, where we turn our thinking from fear to faith, where we turn our conscious awareness from the negative to the positive, where we allow ourselves that each day in our life is an experiment of proving these principles and then being an example of them to our world. I give thanks that we're already doing this, and so it is.
Are moments in life when I am stronger than I've ever been. There are times in my life when I believe I can do no wrong. There are moments when yes, I can believe I'm shining brighter. Oh, sister, stand up. Believe in all that you can be. Brother, we've got to know who you are. Be strong. Hold tight to that vision. 'Cause no one can ever take it away from you. Be strong. Live your life with passion. You got to keep on and hold tight to your vision. There are mountains to climb, more songs to sing, and tears to be cried. Oh, there be moments of loss, moments of winning, a lifetime of love. Oh, if I just keep in my mind without any doubt that I'm flying higher. Sister, get up. Believe in all that you can be. Brother, you've got to know who you are. Be strong. Hold tight to that vision. 'Cause no one can ever take it away from you. Be strong. Live your life with passion. You got to keep on and hold tight to your vision. This is your moment to rise up. You know the sun's coming out. Your life starting now. Can't keep you down. Your spirit's rising. Be strong. Hold tight to that vision. 'Cause your vision.
Thank you, joyful noise. You inspire us. Now it's time to celebrate our abundance. And as we take our gift in our hand, as our folks are coming up, let's get conscious about what it is we're doing as we do our offering. We're inviting abundance to flow more freely through us as we do this part of our celebration. So whether you have an offering to put in today or you're just blessing us with your gifts of consciousness and you're giving next week more money than you would have if you waited till the week after, however that works. Let's hold our gift to our heart, I'm holding the gift of someone else to my heart right now, someone that had given us some money during the week, and I thought I want to put that in the offering. It's a tithe to Oak Brook, and she doesn't come often on a Sunday, but she wanted us to have it. You know, for us to bless that when that happens, and then to share affirmation together. How good it is to know that I am the place where the abundance of the universe flows. And as the abundance flows through me, it is with a grateful heart that I give. I know that as I give, so much more is given back to me. Gratefully and joyfully, I give of my time, my talents, my gifts, and my heart. And so it is. And those with prayer requests, hold them up so that Eddie will find you with the prayer chest.
All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly.
Well, let's turn within, shall we? Let's celebrate our abundance. Let's celebrate this center. Let us give thanks, knowing that this center is sustained by the givingness of each one, and then the gift rolls right back around to those that are the givers. How awesome that is, that as we give to Oak Brook, we're giving to God. And as we open to that commitment of giving, to allow it to come back full circle into our lives, we expand our abundance consciousness. I give thanks that this is so. I give thanks also for our prayer requests today. I know that each and every request, absolutely every request, already has an answer in divine mind. I give thanks that our prayer ministry team knows this, and as we pray as a team, ministers and practitioners of Oak Brook, about each of these requests, that certainty is given and assured. This or something better is coming the way of each individual. I give thanks that all of this is so. And let us say together, and so it is. And now in preparation for Cindy giving us our spiritual mind treatment, let's remain seated and we'll sing Every Moment. Yes.
So every moment is a gift from God. It is yours to make your own. You can decide how You want to share your life. You don't have to be alone. So spend some time dancing barefoot in the grass and making happy moments last. Spend some time building castles in the sand and spreading love all over this land. 'Cause every moment is a gift from God. It is yours to make your own. You gotta make it your own. Decide. You can decide how you want to share your life. You don't have nobody to be alone. You can spend some time watching sunsets in the sky and watching eagles soar and fly. Oh yeah. Spend a little time. Spend a time in the stillness of the night. Glad that everything is alright. 'Cause every moment, 'cause every moment is a gift from God. It is yours to make your own. You gotta make it your own. Decide. You can decide. How do you wanna share your life? You want to share your life. Nobody has to be alone. Spend a little time, spend a time planting seeds of faith and joy, and loving every girl.
Indeed, a gift from God. And so in this moment, I invite you all to just turn within and feel yourself in that secret place of the Most High, where it is that we feel our connection with that one power, that energy that causes the sun to shine and the earth to turn, the seed to grow, your mind to think and learn and reason and love. It lives and breathes and moves through each one of us. And as part of that oneness, I speak my word for myself and for each one present here today. I know that each and every one here has the power within themselves to create his or her own destiny. There are no victims. I know that circumstances can always change, and I affirm that they do in fact change, manifesting the highest and best for each and every one here. Whether those challenges are in relationships, in health, or in finance, I know that each and every situation is resolving in this very moment. That each situation will resolve in the highest and best for everyone. I affirm that each one is setting a new course in motion right here, right now, creating experiences that are empowering, enriching, and that allow them to live lives that they love. I am grateful for knowing each one has everything they need to manifest the lives they want to live. That each one knows that each one knows what, when, and how to do and say whatever is needed to bring about the highest and best in every situation. I know that each one is guided. I know that each one is protected. I know that each one is safe, and each one is blessed. And as blessings, we pour those blessings out upon the people in our lives and all of those who we come in contact with. And so I am grateful for all of this, knowing my word does not go void, knowing that it is already done. And so it is with gratitude and great expectation that I release this and know that it is so. And so it is.
Thank you, Cindy, for that beautiful treatment. Let's stand, shall we? And what are we singing today? Our Oakbrook song? Yes, our Oakbrook family song. And we have youngsters coming into the room. A herd of youngsters. do go to the... Stay in town if you're an out-of-towner for the Taizé. It begins at 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Taizé this evening at 6 o'clock.
Young man, good morning.
We look around, our family is here, spirit has guided, and now we can see clear. Oakbrook's our center for spiritual living, a place we can share, cause all are so giving. Leave today with our hearts anew, an example to the world, that's me and you. So we join hands and hearts till we all meet again, united together as family and friends. We stand for something and against nothing. We accept everyone without changing them, awakening people to the truth of